the Godox production series. Today we are battling the sun. We're shooting a retro-inspired music video, and we're using the Godox MG1200Bi to shoot some exterior scenes as well as some interior scenes inside this Airstream trailer. So let's check it out.
Don't wanna see what's in front of me. I'm so scared of the unknown. Lost in the sea, can't find the key. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Save me from this life. Save you be here with me. Save me from myself. Save you will feel that way. Will you follow me till the end of the pier when everything falls apart? Will you stay with me?
See the hot spot on the window? Hi! 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 All right, so here we are at the location. We've got the Airstream trailer right here. It's a sunny day, well, sometimes sunny. What we're running into is the clouds are sometimes covering up that sunlight, and it's constantly changing like it is right now. So we are battling that, but what a great tool to have are these new Godox MG1200Bis. And so those are gonna help us basically kick in through the windows of this Airstream and allow us to control more of the lighting that's happening in there. We can shape it, we can modify it, we can even change the color temperature, make a daylight scene, an evening scene, you name it. So that's what's really fun about using these lights, and we're looking forward to challenging them.
My first impressions with the MG1200Bi is it's robust and just solid build quality. I really feel like this thing is it's a tank. And one of the things I really appreciated is that it has the equivalent output of an HMI. Knowing that you have an LED that's powerful with the low power draw is just a great option for gaffers and grips.
What's really cool about this light is it's 1200 watt continuous power draw throughout all color temperature range. So if you want a really warm light or you want a really cool light, you'll get the same brightness throughout.
One of the new features I really love about the MG1200Bi is the new locking feature that they have on the yoke. It's just really convenient to be able to pop it off and pack it away and just know that your gear is stored solid. So what we have here is the MG1200Bi with the no-LED GF14. And what that's doing for us is it's just giving us just a nice blast of sunlight to just shower the whole inside of the Airstream. Then we have our other MG1200Bi with the no-LED GR30, and that's giving us more of a directional beam that we're hoping is going to give us some really nice shafts of light on the inside. We're using these 4x4s to maintain consistency and our lighting just above the light because the sun's kind of dipping in and out of clouds right now. So we want to just make sure that that's going to be nice and even throughout the day. And then we have a Culoris here that we're blasting through this one as well, just to give a nice little breakup pattern on the inside and just give it a little bit more texture to our shot.
So for our second setup, we're gonna recreate a sunset, and we're gonna do this exterior wise. And we're gonna use these MG1200Bis to basically help us mimic that natural warm sunlight. So what this is gonna help us do is kind of add an extra couple minutes, so to speak, maybe even 15-20 minutes for us to get a little bit of an extended magic hour. That's the benefit of using bright lights like this.
So we've got our MG1200Bi right now with the G14 Fresnel attachment, and we have that spotted and just blasting through a big 12-by right now. And what that's doing is just giving us just a nice, gorgeous, even color. And since we're trying to mimic sunset right now, we've gone ahead and went down and kind of warmed up our temperature a little bit, which is one of the great things about this light.
We have a 30-degree reflector on that light over there, and that is kicking this hard light right onto her, and as well as the Airstream right here. And then back over here, we have the 12x12, and that's basically in the same direction as the actual sunset, but what that's doing is filling in all this ambient light, and it's giving us just more levels of exposure. It's kind of increasing our range of brightness, so we're able to film our magic hour shot just a little bit longer. Okay, here we are in our night for day setup, and so it is pitch black outside. There's only artificial lights that we've set up outside, as well as a few silks that we set up. And we've got the no-LED MG1200Bi right here with the Fresnel on here, and that is our key light. That's kicking in through this small window right here. And then this 12x12 we have right here is basically kind of giving us the illusion, giving the camera sensor the illusion that it is daylight outside. So it's giving us all this ambient fill just to fill all this area. So whenever it splashes on the inside, it just gives us that much more exposure, and it just fills the environment a little bit more. So we have this light cranked up to 75%. And then it's at 5600K, so we have a natural daylight color temperature, and that way it looks like it's like the middle of the day.
We have our 30-degree reflector on our MG1200Bi, and we're basically using this really, really high up and really, really far back, and just blasting it on there to just give us a really great backlight.
And that's at a 5600K color temp, and that's at a 100% power. And what that's doing is it's kicking in through this 4x4 we have right here. So we have a 4x4 silk. Not only that, but to make it look even more believable, we have clamped a couple artificial plants right here just outside of our window. And what that's doing is helping kind of create the illusion of there's no silk right here, it's just daylight, and the plants are just kind of giving that camera sensor a little bit of depth, and we can blur that out and just make it look more believable within our scene. So once again, the 12x12 right here is just giving us more ambient fill, and it's just making it look like this is completely covered in daylight outside. So on the inside, it's a completely different story, and hopefully we can create the illusion of it being daylight whenever it's nighttime. All right, so to recap, we did 3 different lighting setups today. We did an interior setup, we did an exterior setup for magic hour light, and then we did this setup that I'm currently sitting in, and it is a night for day where we're using the MG1200Bis, and we're kicking in 5600 Kelvin light to create daylight. Thank you guys for sticking around this